Mentorship to me is just taking the time to have a conversation with somebody. Before we talk about mentoring clients or businesses, we just got to mentor people. I arrived at Vermont Slauson in January of 2017, and now here I am entering my 5th year as the president and CEO. The impetus behind the organization goes all the way back to the 1965 Watts riots. A lot of the major national retailers left. If you look at South LA today, unfortunately, a lot has not changed. We still have the same blighted corners. We don't have grocery stores. There's a tremendous entrepreneurial spirit. It's just a lack of access to capital. At Vermont Slauson, we provide access to capital for businesses that typically cannot walk into the front door of a major banking institution. Maybe they don't have substantial credit. Quite often, our FICO scores are less. But while we get money from banks, we're not a bank, we're a community lender. We're not relegated to follow banks' underwriting provisions. You could bring a FICO score of 620 into Vermont Slauson, and we might fund your business. Because you come here and you get educated. You go through our business planning course. You go through our access to capital training. You go to our training on how to deal with the IRS and taxes and things that some of these mom and pop businesses, quite frankly, don't understand. Hey, Jolly.
Hey.
How you doing?
Welcome. How you feel?
I need a cup of uppers, man.
All right, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you choose from me.
I'm Anthony Jolly, founder and owner of Hot and Cool Cafe. I started the coffee business in Washington, D.C. about over 2 decades ago. Chasing my dream led me to L.A. That time, Leimert Park was desolate. There was nothing going on. It wasn't an opportune place for a specialty coffee shop. But the community, they wanted healthier food options. They wanted a place to gather. They needed a place to connect. Being a young entrepreneur and a first-time startup has its challenges. Vermont Slauson offers the basic structural information that small businesses need in order to open up a business and get financing.
There's 2 major components that lead to success: a tight business plan and strong financials. If you have those 2 pieces, it's highly likely that you're going to be bankable.
And so what we do is we sit down and we say, what is your business plan? What's your strategic plan look like? What are your first quarter goals? What are your second quarter goals? Let's map out everything that you need, whether it's public relations, marketing, equipment, staffing. Let's put that all down on paper. Let's create a budget, and then let's decide how that will increase your profit. One of the major pitfalls that our businesses encounter is a lack of financial accounting and established principles for maintaining their books. And so what we found is that, no, there is no profit and loss statement. No, they don't have an actual DBA, doing business as, that would allow them to get a business checking account. We're gonna help you figure out how to access QuickBooks or use Excel. We're gonna educate you on the different low-interest credit cards that are out there that will literally itemize your expenses for you.
So the best way for a business to become bankable is to go through the training. Make sure your application is tight, you got the 2 years of tax statements, your 6 months of bank statements, and they're all clean. A lot of these businesses that we work with were on edge before COVID, barely surviving. Imagine having to shut your restaurant down and you don't have a takeout program. They were out of business. It's anticipated that we'll lose 40% of Black-owned businesses in LA County. We got to plug a hole in that.
What I see frequently here at Vermont Slauson, especially during the pandemic, there were businesses that were ready to go and apply for formal funding through the Paycheck Protection Program. Then we had smaller businesses that would have never been able to get their documents in order in an appropriate amount of time to apply for those.
This is not the time to take on more debt. These businesses need grants. They need help from corporations, from the federal government, from foundations. Everybody needs to be pitching in to help these businesses if this is truly going to be the America we always talk about. Can you hold this for me? Hold this one for me a minute. It's kind of bright out here, huh? You need your sunglasses. Where's your sunglasses? I remember Steve Harvey saying something, if you're not at the table, you will be the dessert. So when developers want to come here and develop, we want to be at the table. We don't want you to tell us, well, that's too late because we already started this. Hell no. We want to be at the table now. We can talk about community benefit. If you're going to come here in our community and build something, we want to participate. We want folks from the community to be able to build that structure. When the permanent jobs are developed, we want our community to have first shot at those jobs. We want you as a developer, if you're going to develop in our community, put funds to help train our youth for those jobs of the future. Those are all the moving parts that need to be considered, and that's what we do. And I think it's working. You know, are we popping the champagne bottle? Hell no. We got a ways to go. But we believe that the next billionaire is in South LA. You wait and see. I may not be sitting in this seat right here, but it's gonna happen.